Thanks so much for staying with us, everybody. A nationwide panel taking a look back at the experiences of Black Americans in the struggle for equal access to beaches. And joining us right now on the 4 o'clock show, a member of tonight's panel and a civil rights legend here on the coast, Bishop James Black. It's always good to see you, Bishop. Thanks so much for being with us.
They're good to be here. Thank you.
You know, I know from 1959 to 1963, there were several wade-ins in Harrison County, the most notable 1960 in Biloxi. But apparently, and people might be interested to know this struggle for beach access was happening all around the country during that period.
Yes, up the East Coast and down in Florida, Miami. So they are talking to communities of color and some others as well regarding their challenge also. And they haven't picked up on Mississippi this time. So we're glad they're acknowledging our struggle and successes also.
And I want to just point out what you said on the East Coast. I mean, even places like, I believe, Madison, Wisconsin, I was reading, and other parts of the country where people may not have thought that was the case. Tell us a little, did any of them get as violent as the one on April 24th, 1960 in Biloxi?
Not that I'm aware of. There were some capitulations in various places, but I don't know of any other area that had the level of violence we had in 60.
And of course, it was not only a moral issue, but from a legal perspective, the argument really was taxation without representation, wasn't it? Since it was a public beach?
Exactly right. That's why we were able to win in Supreme Court in 1968, because we were not being allowed to enjoy the benefit of our taxes as well. Those people that had homes on the beaches on the north side of Highway 90 claimed the properties across Highway 90 to the water's edge. And that was challenged because the federal government had paid the money to develop the beach. The beach wasn't always there as it is now. And so our taxpayers, that is those of people of color, also paid to help open that beachfront.
Now, once that happened and that court victory was assured, I imagine there were still a lot of anxious moments and a lot of tension in the community, right?
Yes, because the law was passed, didn't make it immediately, if you will, that wasn't in violence, but there was some contention and disagreement with it. But as I remember, there was no violence after then in regard to our access to the beach.
And so it's called Still Waters Run Deep, the fight for beach access across America, and you're a panelist on this. Tell us a little bit, how can people connect and experience this?
Say that again, David.
Well, the virtual event you're doing, Still Waters Run Deep, the fight for beach access across America, where you're a panelist. Can people get access to this and watch and participate, and how can they?
Yeah, so we, Ms. Esther Clay and I, the participants, someone at that foundation found out about South Mississippi, and they invited us to come on to share our experiences also on a Zoom program tonight.
Yeah, you're doing that tonight then. It's fascinating. Yes. Bishop Black, it's always good to see you. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Dave. Take care.
Well, no